a fire burn, a thirst and desire. You transform up in a flash, you spread your wings to life from the ashes. Phoenix, you burst in a fire burn, a thirst and desire. You transform up in a flash, you spread your wings to life from the ashes. My job is to make college easy.
My camera is off. Let me find out why my camera is off.
Oh no, the camera's off.
Well, hey Gabe, show's on you.
Oh, hello! So it seems like it's only me on stream today because Aaron's having issues with the camera. But today we're actually going to be enjoying a pretty fun game. We did detail this, I think, last time we were on stream.
We've been talking about it for a week or two. We took a week off, so it feels like it's been like 3-4 weeks.
Yeah, but hey, new year, new stream. If y'all haven't seen the new transition in logos, we are or transition in stream.
We've polished up so many aspects of the stream, so you might have just seen our new. I found a different version of the Phoenix song, so we had to love up on that for at least a week. New cover coming soon. New slides you're gonna see. We've also got, I've been wanting to incorporate this for a while, and we're going to try it out tonight the best we can. But we're going to have it where you guys watching can play along with us, as in this case, player 1. Gabe will be player 2.
Yes, y'all will be playing against me.
So not only do I get to show you how the game works, but you can play it too. Now, I understand that we've gone affiliate, so that's awesome, great. But one side effect of that is there are ads. So if you're not a subscriber, you're gonna see an ad probably now. Hey, I say, ooh, yes. So we have a new ad that might pop up, but just bear with us. If you're a subscriber, of course, you won't see any ads, and because of that, we're also gonna let you get priority in any games you want to play. And I'm glad you posted in the chat because that font is super tiny. Since everything's new, there's a lot of small, minor updates I still have to make.
Tiny updates, tiny updates. Yes. Now, I know Aaron says that we slaved over getting all this set up, but I had no hand in it, mainly because I don't have anything to help me design this stuff. So, Aaron, this is all on you, and it is amazing.
So, well, I appreciate it, and I hope it works, because since you've seen it before, whenever I change the face, there's always those few couple things. Like for right now,
I see that now.
I see that we should be heard, but I don't know for sure, so we'll find out.
Yeah, we are being heard.
Okay. All right, so I know there's still a few more people coming, and by the way, it's Thursday, so it's kind of, I'm throwing the whole week off. I know we're usually here on Wednesdays.
I know, it's a little different. We had a couple of things pop up yesterday that kind of prevented the stream from happening.
Mainly, I was still updating some screens, so here we are.
And I had a bunch of errands and other things I had to do. But hey, also I wanted to make another announcement that I don't know if Aaron is going to be able to, but tomorrow afternoon, I'm also going to stream a little bit on Xbox, or on my Xbox, so there may not be a face cam. Probably not a face cam, but if you want to tune in and check that out, you're more than welcome to. Haven't decided on a game. If people want to play a certain game, hey, I'll play it with you. But we also have another game that we're working on that we're looking for people to join. We may have what we need, but it just depends.
For those who are D&D fans, it's not D&D, but it's a very strong RPG, and it's something I'm hoping to get. Hey, welcome! We got some more with us. Things look a little different tonight. But no, we are working on a project. We're hoping to get I've already thrown out RPG. So it's a good RPG where all of us are going to work independently. We're either help each other out or separate. And there's a lot of coordination involved in getting this right. And we're still working a few things out, but we're hoping to have that up and running in a couple weeks. So more on that next week for sure.
Oh, yes.
Yes. we'll tell you how that's working out. But I know a lot of you, first of all, thank you for coming back on Thursdays.
Yes, thank you.
Let us know if you like Thursdays better, or if you want a Wednesday and Thursday show. Like, let us know what's better for you. We want to make sure we can coordinate around it. That being said, we've got a new game we want to show you, and we'll show you a few games, and then we'll let you guys take over, and we'll start letting you guys play along with us.
Indeed, indeed.
So let's get this. You know what? Let's just lay this out like so. All right. So let's switch over here. Welcome, guys. Welcome. All right. So I'm actually going to be playing as player 1 here. So I'm going to go ahead and cut my camera off. We'll let Gabe stay as the face of the stream. There we go. All right, so some of you guys can hear me here. I got a few aspects going on here. So, artwork's not finalized. We are talking to a couple artists on getting the artwork revised, but for now, we are borrowing Yu-Gi-Oh! Thank you, Yu-Gi-Oh! For some elemental symbols here. But we do have an artist involved in trying to make this our own. But the game is ready for print once we get the final art from the artists we're working with.
Indeed.
But if you were into elements, if you're into magic, if you're into how elements interact with one another, this might be a pretty fun game for you. We, as you see on the bottom of the screen, we've got several placeholders here for those who would like to play. If you're interested, just let us know in chat. Just say add me or what have you, and we'll put you on the wait list and you'll come in the next round. If you are a subscriber, you'll be put on the priority list, which is over on the left. So we're going to empty out the priority list before we get to the other wait list. So you've definitely got an advantage if you're, or, you know, I've got that there too. If we do random trivia or if we do random questions or whatever, then we'll throw you in there for that reason too. It doesn't have to be just subscribers. So anyway, what is this? So first of all, this is we'll call it a deck builder. There is 6 different elements we're going to worry about. So we've got, we're going to start from the 1, 2, 3 order over here, right? So we've got water, which is over there. So water, fire, earth, wind, divine, and wild, which might be renamed to chaos. We'll see how that works out in the final pieces. So, there's 2 sets of rules, because I know there's usually 2 sets of players with any good game. You've got your casual players and you got your competitive players. So I've set up rules as casual rules and competitive rules. We'll start with casual. We'll kind of show you the roundabout how this works. And then we'll move into competitive, and we'll show you how to really set an edge when you play. And that game, there's a huge difference between the two. It's not like saying casual and competitive Uno. Like, I don't know how that works, but
Competitive Uno.
for the most part, that would play the same. It would just be a little more brutal and draws, I'd imagine. But this works entirely different. Competitive, you can open up your opponent's defenses a lot faster and a lot easier. So we'll explain that in a minute. But starting the game, you're going to simply start on casual with 1 of each element, which we have laid out here. So I'm going to go ahead and just pick these up. Now, there are some dice involved, so we're going to start with 1 dice on casual. We're going to refer to that as our level. So I'm level 1, Gabe's level 1. So these spare dice, if we could move those, Gabe.
Want to move them off?
Somewhere not where, like, below the line, maybe. Yeah, don't want any confusion here. Sorry, I meant to say something earlier. All right, so I've got a dice. Gabe's got a dice. So I'm shuffling here. We'll give you a quick, brief look at the rules here in a second. And put this here. That is my deck. There's Gabe's deck. This button likes to break on me, so I'm going to go ahead and just set this up myself. But we will go over this as we play. But here on stream, we've got the player options. So we have got over here what you can do per turn. So we've got focus, which is basically like a draw step. We'll show you that. And you choose one of these each time you play a turn. You don't do them all. So focus would be choosing to draw and play. Shuffle, simply that. You're going to take your deck and your discard pile and shuffle it together. Attack, which we'll explain a little bit further. I don't want to waste too much time babbling. Leveling up and roll actions. We'll talk about those a little later. And then at the bottom here, when the dice come into effect, we've got some doubles, triples, and breaking dice, which isn't actual literal breaking of dice, but we
Yeah,
will.
let me just crack this dice here, like, physically.
So we will get to those in a little bit here. Is there anyone you know who wanted to play tonight, Gabe?
I have put out a couple of feelers. A couple of them are unable to make it, and I have yet to hear back from others. So,
Okay. That's fine. We're going to have this up on our YouTube for a little bit, and it should be on our Twitch playback for a little bit as well. So,
yes, did we ever fix the subscription issue?
honestly, no, when it comes to watching old videos, because I have been doing a lot of other under the hood maintenance. So YouTube for brief, but it's only going to be on YouTube briefly. So that's going to be your best bet here. So since I probably won't have time to edit this on YouTube for a little bit, because I also have other things I'm doing, we'll go ahead and get playing. So the deck is super small, right? So we've got, at this point, we've got one of each element. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards. This is my life points. So when I run out of cards, it's done. I'm out. But it's not I'm done because I've played them. And it's not I'm done because I've discarded them. It's whenever I take damage, I'm going to remove one of these from the game, meaning from my deck. But there are some healing potential moves, and that would allow me to get some cards back. But again, we'll get caught up in some details later. But for the most part, these 6, that's it. That's all I have. So what we're going to do is we'll roll to see who goes first, maybe? So
I got a 5.
you got a 5, I got a 2. I know these dice are horrible for camera. I'm sorry, I should have got some like supersized dice. But we'll let you know how the rolls work out. So there's no hand. Everything's on the board. Everything's going to be right in front of us.
So then I'm going to focus.
So when you focus, and we'll pop this back up a little bit, you draw a number of cards equal to the dice you have out. So your level, we'll call this your level. So he's got 1 dice. He drew and played 1 card. So as this game progresses, any cards he puts down, he has basically 1 defense of that element. So if I try to attack him with this element, with wind, he can resist 1 just because he's got it equipped, just because it's in front of him. So I'm going to focus as well. I drew a water, so for the sake of less confusion, I'm not going to stick it in front of his. Hey Gabe, hope you guys are having an awesome stream. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. We're having a great time, and we're just getting started. And hey, if you want to join the stream, you can just let us know. We'll put you on the wait list, and you can actually play this game with us. Whether it be somehow you get in contact with us through Discord or just through the stream chat. We'll be listening to you.
Yeah, just leave something in chat and let us know you're interested, and I'll put you here on the wait list. I know it's got a bunch of placeholders right now, but also when it comes your turn to play, we'll put your name up there as the current guest player. So either way, thank you for stopping by. I know it's your first time chatting with us, and I hope you hang around for a little bit.
Yeah.
So my turn. I drew. I placed. So it is now Gabe's turn.
Well, then I'm going to level up. So I'm going to move this to my discard pile and then get a second dice.
So to level, he's got to, anything he has in play, he has to discard equal to the number of dice he has from what he has equipped, and then he can gain an extra dice and roll all the dice he has at that point. Now he's got a 1 and he's got a 3. So as part of leveling up, he can add a card to his deck, but it has to be one of the matching numbers. So starting from 1, 2, 3, which he chose, 4, 5, 6. So this allows him to kind of tweak his deck to a specific element. And he does get reroll options and extra options if he gets doubles or triples, which he needs to level up a few more times before he can see that.
Yes, which it's now that I've picked my card and put it into my deck, it's now Aaron's turn.
I'm going to try to match his format here. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to level up as well. I'm discarding over here. And that just makes a little more sense to me. So it's going to be a little different looking at mine and looking at his. So with that, I'm going to gain an extra dice. So now I have 2. I'm going to roll. I have a 3 and a 6. So that's 3 and 6. So that's Earth and that's Wild, which is one heck of a pick.
Yes, it is. All right, well, thanks for stopping by. If you do happen to join back in, you're more than welcome to join. But I appreciate you stopping by.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for stopping by. So I'm going to go with 6. I'm going to go with Wild, which will explain how those work a little bit later. I don't want to throw everything out at the same time. So since I gain a card, it's going to go on the bottom of my deck. And That's my turn. I'm gonna set my dice here.
All right. Well, then I'm gonna focus for 2 and picked up a water and fire.
And I feel like I'm just a copycat, but I'm doing the same thing. So I'm gonna do 2. So I've got a fire and a wild.
Uh-oh, you got a wild. So then...
Now, if Gabe were to attack, if he were to attack with fire, he chooses an element. Every time you attack, you choose... I'm looking at the camera like you can see me.
You declare an attack. So when you declare an attack, you have to declare which element you are attacking with. And if Aaron does not have that element, that's free damage. But if he does have that element, I have to have more of that element in order for it to get through to damage.
Simply because since I have it on the board, it gives me 1 defense for that element already. And when you choose to attack, you choose 1 element per turn, and then you can attack with as many of that as you want, but anything you attack with gets discarded at the end of turn. So, I know I kind of repeated a little bit about what you said, but again, it's going to make more sense when we get more cards on the board. So
yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and crack to level up again.
So he's discarding 2 because he had 2 dice, and now he's going to gain a 3rd dice.
Which
roll
I rolled
all 3.
a 6, and a 1.
So 1 gets him a water, and it's really hard to see. It's really tiny. And 6 is wild, but he has doubles, so he can choose to remove 1 from this turn and re-roll its twin if he wanted to. These are 6s.
Yeah, those are 6. What I am going to grab a 6. So let's go on ahead and grab that card, because wilds do add some variety.
So with my turn, since he's got nothing in front of him, he's got no defenses whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
So I can choose fire to attack, and wilds have an interesting aspect where I can choose to discard this at any time to make it an element when I attack. So I can make this a fire and attack with 2 fires. So I'm going to do just that.
So I take 2. So I'm going to take 2 from my discard pile and move it to my damage pile.
So with damage, he has choices. The receiving player of the damage. Did you want to explain this?
Sure. So if I were to receive damage, I can either decide on where I want to lose those cards, so whether it be from my discard, my deck, or anything I have on the field, regardless of what element it is. So since he hit me with a wild and 2 fire, if I had a fire, that means I'd take 1, so I'd get rid of 1. But since I had nothing on the board, I took 2 damage. So I decided to take 2 from my discard pile since I have nothing on the field and I didn't want to take from my deck.
So you can choose any card you want if it's in play, any card you want if it's in your discard pile, but if you're taking damage from your deck, you have to go off the top, so you don't know what you're losing. Mm-hmm. So that was my turn. It is back to you, sir.
Okay, well then I'm going to focus for 3, because that is my level.
So I'm not as fast as him anymore. He's got 3 dice. He's got 3 levels, so you can do 3 cards at a time. I've only got 2 dice, so when I draw, I can only draw 2. However, I got lucky, and I can match 2 of his with that draw, so that worked out.
So then on that note, I will focus again. And
now the only thing about wilds is if you choose to attack, you can't attack with a wild element. You have to attack with another element and then attach the wilds. Yeah, so I'm looking pretty okay up until he drew. So what you got over there? What happened?
I managed to just pull another basic earth, so I don't have any special abilities, but I did pull a reshuffle ticket on my wild. So that by getting the reshuffle ticket, I can actually take this card, discard it at any time, and reshuffle my deck, which would happen if I had nothing on the board or everything was in the discard.
So that's pretty powerful. I mean, it does say at any time, right?
Yep, it does say at any time.
Not anytime during your turn. I think as a creator, I might have overlooked a little detail. But...
You're right, Draco. It is a very interesting take. It's very unique to kind of like being a deck builder, but your deck is your life. So depending on how you build your deck, it can either hurt you by replenishing your life, or you're just going to hurt all the way through. But we'll definitely see how this game goes.
Yeah, so one thing about Gabe is that on he's got no deck. So normally I can use that to my advantage to give myself an extra turn, so I know he needs to reshuffle for cards. However, with that reshuffle ticket, he could do that right now if he wanted to. So that's a little tricky.
So instead of it being on my turn, I can do it on his turn.
Now, also, that being said, if I choose to level up and get an extra dice and increase my draw speed, I'm now completely open for anything he's got coming. which with these wilds being a potential for any element, that could be, he's got more earth. So it could be 2 earth plus 2 more earth. That's a 4 hit.
That would be a 4 hit.
So I don't really want to be hit for 4. So I'll take the draw, which will then be a wild and a wind. Did not help me on the defense, but it does help me if I choose to level up in the future.
But I'm going to go on ahead and take my turn to attack you for 4.
So the way this works, he's attacking with earth. They're all earths because wild can transform. I've got 1, so that blocks the first one. I've got 1, 2, 3 more coming at me, which sucks. So I am going to...
And note, he has none in his deck, so he can't blindly discard, but he does have a discard pile.
Yeah, so since I've got nothing hidden, I can choose anything I want, but that's still 3 damage. That hurts a lot. So sadly, now I don't have to tell him what I put in my discard. Like, I could just draw it straight off my deck. But of course, he can see what's in play. So I'm going to I'm going to do this one, and I'm going to do that one. And so that's my damage, my discard, and I don't currently have a deck. So all of those cards get discarded for attacking, and it's back to me. So since I've got a little bit of some time, I'm going to do 2 for leveling up, because I've got 2 dice, discarded 2 cards. Now I've got 3 dice, because I'm level 3. I'll roll. So I have a 1, a 3, and a 6. So 1 gets me water, 3 is earth, 6 is wild. I'm going to go ahead and grab an earth.
Man, you really like 6.
Yeah.
Because you've rolled a 6 every time you've had to roll those dice.
You had double 6, sir.
This is true. Well then, since he went ahead and pulled out his card, I'm going to go on ahead and reshuffle my deck. So that's going to be my turn.
I know we're still explaining how it works, but if you are interested in playing, let us know in chat, and we'll put you on the wait list.
Indeed we will. If you want to join in, you can talk to us through chat. We will gladly be prioritizing what you say as what you want to do for your turn.
And this gets real interesting on the competitive rules. These are just the casual ones.
Oh yeah, it gets really interesting on competitive.
So you reshuffled for your turn, right?
Indeed I did. It's now your turn, Aaron.
Now, I can draw up to 3 if I choose a focus or a draw phase, but I've only got 1 card in my deck, so I kind of lose out on a few choices there. So I'm going to take the choice of reshuffling as well, and that's my turn.
Now, one thing I have noticed is that since Aaron has a wild in play, looking at that wild, it is the Me Too wild. So now this is kind of interesting, because since he pulled that, anytime I go to level up, he can crack that card and go into discard in order to level up as well. Either that or you just draw a card. Am I reading
so
that,
it reads
that right?
when... See if we can get a better shot in the camera here. It's fuzzy. I'll just read it. So it says, when any other player gains a card during a level up, I can discard this card to gain a card of the same element. So
it gives him an extra card without having to level up, because that's the only way you can build your deck is by leveling up. But since it is my turn, I'm going to go on ahead and focus for 3.
So in an effort, it's a way to raise my life points. And I think I've taken more damage than Gabe at this point.
He has by 1.
So, but either way, I started at 6. So taking 3 is not fun.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I have a deck. I have 1, 2, 3 off the top.
Yes.
And these come straight out into play. So I've got I'm going to try to match there. The basic earth. This one's non-basic. So this is named Harvest. Whenever I level up, I can restore 1 damage, and then I can... restoring a damage is basically moving the top card from my damage pile into my discard. So, but I have to level up to do it. And if he levels up, I can gain a life. So
He's kind of set right now with his cards. He got the heart of the cards, as they say.
I've got some healing potential here.
So then I'm going to go on ahead and focus again. So that way I have my 4-hit combo. But Aaron does have 2, so only 2 would get through if he managed to block.
You've got something over there. Is that your reshuffle ticket?
That is my reshuffle ticket.
That's a pain in the butt.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a new card. That wasn't in our game testing. This is the first game with that, so it might be broken. We'll see.
Yep.
All right, so...
What up, Levi? Welcome to the stream. If you're interested in playing, let us know. We'll set up a game for you.
Yeah, we've. I know you. In case you missed any, I do have the what you can do during your turn here, but we'll revisit that as we need to. I don't want to attack him because I can. Best I can do is 3. He can block 2. So it's only 1 over the top, because he can't block with wilds on casual. I can't hit him with divine and let's do the same thing. I have to lose the wild. I can't attack with wild by itself, but if I sit here, he can juice 2 wilds into his earth, and he can just 2 over the top on anything he chooses to do. So I don't like this spot I'm in. So I'm going to go ahead and take, although it's a waste, I'm going to draw. And that does kind of change up the game a little bit there.
We will see. But since you decided to do that, I'm going to go on ahead and hit you for 4 again.
So he's using all 4 of his earths. So that's 2 over the top. I don't like that at all. So I'm going to go ahead and pop these 2. I can't really afford damage. These going the same way. There. That's my deck. This is what I have left.
That's all he has left.
I don't like it. So this leads me to another action, the last action that you can do, which is just simply called a roll action, which without having to discard or leveling up, I could just choose to roll these dice here. Now, from here, I can't gain a free card as if I leveled up. When you level up, that's one of the benefits. But what I can choose to do is I can remove one of these dice from my possession to gain a card of that element. So I'm going to reduce my draw speed.
So a good way of looking at it is that we call it cracking. So by cracking a dice or through a roll action on your turn, you can sacrifice one of your levels in order to gain a card of the rolled number. So he rolled a 3, a 5, and a 6. He's cracking his 3 in order to pull an extra card out of the 3 position, which is Earth. Once he pulls that out, he's now down to only being able to draw 2 per turn, while I'm still at 3.
And that was my turn.
Alrighty.
Ew, it's Black Magic Cosplay. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Welcome, Amber. Welcome to the stream. If you want to play, just let us know.
So, it's always, first of all, thank you for visiting us here on a Thursday.
I know, it's a little different. We had a lot of things popping up yesterday that prevented us from getting into stream, but for what we're going to go on ahead and do is that I'm going to go on ahead and reshuffle for my turn.
All right. So, what I've kind of set myself up to do here is I've got Harvest for whenever I level up. Since I lowered my dice count, I only need to discard 2 cards. So I can discard these 2 down here, keep this guy out. That allows me to level up, so now I have 3 again, but I can restore a damage. So top to top, I've got a card back, and
he gains an additional card, which
I've got 1, 3, and 4. So 1, 3, and 4.
Water, Earth, Divine. I take it you're gonna take water, earth, or wind. My bad.
I've been hitting a lot of earth this game, so I'm gonna keep to the routine and start just focusing there, which is gonna be the bottom of my deck. There.
Well, then on that note, I'm going to go on ahead and focus for 3.
God, that hurts. I'm gonna focus for
Question:
2.
For this one, do you have to discard this card for when you gain that level up, or does this remain on the field?
I want to say that for me to, this is one of those need to kind of watch the wording. The way I'm reading it is that this has to be in play when I level up, so it has to be left behind.
Okay, I wanted to make sure on that.
Yeah, that's just kind of why I played it the way I did. Hey, welcome!
Hey, we got cheered 100 bits. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Which, by the way, cheers tonight are putting you on the priority list if you want to play. But right now, no one's on the list anyway. So,
yeah.
All right. So I'm going to draw for 2. So I'm going to go ahead. That's a basic. I'll hide that. We've got Harvest. Now I've got Stone Armor. So if I have 3 or more Earth Elemental cards in play, reduced damage I would receive by 1. So look at that lucky draw.
Cool. So that means if I was to hit him with 4 again, what would end up happening is that he would actually block that 4th damage and only take 3. So he negates my entire attack.
So I'm looking a little better now. I was hurting. I feel so far away on this cam, so this cam's going to be on and off. But either way, thank you. Appreciate always appreciate the cheer and the bits and just the chats, honestly.
Indeed. So on that note, I'm going to actually go on ahead and level up because I'm going to need some cards since he now has that stone armor. So we're going to, that's 3 and 4. Triple 3s.
So check this out. So
or quadruple 3s.
Quads. So it could be 2 doubles or it could be a triple. Or honestly, if you wanted to, I mean, you can take your, well, yeah, you have to remove them. Never mind.
So I could actually, that would give me, since I rolled a...
So doubles, he can choose to out of the twinsies. He can choose to remove one to reroll one. Now, on triples, just for having triples, he can remove those from the roll game to gain a free card of that number. And then for leveling up, you already have a choice of a free card of one of the numbers you roll while you're doing your roll game. So he's all those earth cards I was building up, he can throw 2 in his deck.
Yep, and I'm just going to go ahead and pull those out to pull out another earth card.
And if he wanted to, he can choose to break that dice and get another earth card.
Yes, I can. So, and I'm feeling good with 3, so we're going to crack the 4th to go for a 3rd earth.
There's so much life gain that just happened.
Just gained
that
3
turn.
cards all in earth. Earth, if you don't, for those who are tuning in, it does look a lot like Magic the Gathering. It does. But it's actually a very unique way because your deck is your life. So there is no life total, life points to actually keep track of. You just have to, once your deck runs out through damage, you lose the game.
Which is happening pretty quick on my end.
Which by just me pulling those 3 earth cards is ridiculous because earth actually has healing cards. I know one of them is growth, and that is by discarding a card, by discarding this card, I can take 1 card from my damage pile and put it back in my deck.
I didn't have a chat box on the stream. That's okay. Okay, so you leveled up.
Is the deck preset on the side? Yeah, so these guys on the side are actually just the other abilities that these cards can have. They do have some...
They're all individually shuffled.
Yes,
so they're all random. We don't know what we're drawing.
So the decks on the sides are not preset. They're actually they're all one element because the way you gain one is by rolling dice. So by rolling the dice, you gain a certain element. So since I rolled quadruple 3s last time, I was able to pick up an earth one since it is designated 3. And then I cracked 1 to pick up another earth, and I used the triple in order to pick up another earth. So I picked up 3 earths in one go.
That's another advantage of having a lot of levels, which is hard to get higher levels, which it should be.
It should be your level depends on how much you're able to draw per turn. It determines how many it determines a lot, and then also but you can crack them, so you can keep your deck game going. I saw that you reshuffled. Well, then I'm going to focus for 3. What's this? A wild, a growth, and abundant growth. If you discard 5 or more cards in one turn, restore 1 damage. Move the top card of your damage pile to your discard pile. So I have abundant growth and growth.
So this has become a battle of earths. But he has the potential to discard 5 cards in an attack. Does it say it has to be earth or just 5 cards?
5 cards. It does not matter.
So it doesn't have to be earth. It could be 5 fires.
So if I discard all these, I can give myself a health back. But by discarding the abundant growth, it also triggers the other growth. So I can heal up fully.
Yeah, so restoration is super powerful in this game. But to be fair, Gabe hasn't seen it. There's a lot of rebalanced cards in the other elements that do a lot of other fun tricks as well. That's your reshuffle ticket. That's ugly too. Okay,
yes.
So again, I know we've got some newcomers, so I've got 3 dice. That's basically my level. So I've got level 3. So if I choose to do a draw action, I can draw up to 3. There's no hands in this game. Everything goes straight out into play. I got my Me Too back. Got a basic. I'm gonna hide back there.
All right, cool. Well then, before the end of your turn, I'm gonna crack this in order to reshuffle my deck.
It would reshuffle in there, wouldn't it?
Yes, it would.
Yes, it would. But welcome guys.
Yes, we're happy to see y'all here.
So what are you watching tonight? This is a game that I've put together. It's the first time it's been on stream. It's basically a competitive elemental battler, card builder type game, and these are the casual rules we're going through right now. I see it coming, but he's going to hit me hard. I'm going to start losing quick.
It all depends, but since it's now my turn, I'm going to go on ahead and ponder for 3. Oh, that's a 2nd growth.
Yeah.
And then a wind and a divine. So we're matched up on Earth.
The 4 and 4.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so again, I can't attack with the wild element, but I can make the wild into an element. So I'm going to make it into a water. He's got no water cards on his side of the board, so that's 2 damage at him that he can't block.
All right, well then I'm going to discard those 2 that are in play.
He's got so much restoration, that's not going to help me at all.
Nope. So then on that note, I'm going to go ahead and focus again. That's another basic earth.
Yeah.
and then my reshuffle ticket.
All those earth draws that he did. So now at this point, if I choose to attack, I've got 1, 2, 3, and 4 cards on my end. So if I attack him, it's for 4 earth damage. And again, for those that are new, you gain 1 defense for each card you have in play of the matching element. So he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 earth cards. I can't do more damage. Anyway, his defense is higher than my attack.
Yes.
So the best I can do is going to be either to level up, which will remove 3 from the board, which I can't afford that, or to reshuffle, which I've only got 2 cards. So it's only going so far, but that seems to be my best move here. There's my turn. Honestly, at this point, he's racked up so many of the one element that I'm just waiting for the smack in the head. By the way, he can't draw. He's out of cards.
I can't draw.
And he's got no discard pile, so this is what he has. He can choose to level up for 3, or he can attack. Or he can choose to reduce his level to gain more cards in his deck, which I don't think that's on his
Well, I'm going to go on
list.
ahead and attack with
all
7.
7. So I have block 4 just for having it. So that's still 3 over the top. So I can choose. Again, I can choose. So I can do first damage, second damage. There is no third damage because of stone armor.
Yes.
So that
is 2. But in doing so,
yeah.
it activated abundant growth.
So go ahead and lay out what's happening here.
So it activated growth, and abundant growth.
So whenever this is discarded, he restores the health. Whenever this is discarded, he restores the health. Whenever he attacks with 5 or more, he restores the health. So, yeah. My progress is waning.
So that is my deck currently. But Aaron could then decide, you know what, I'm going to smack since you have nothing, since you're now fully open. So by hitting me, I would take 4.
I also lose a few things here. But
You
yeah,
do.
I'm going to do just that. And I've got... no, that's when I level up. Crap. Hold on. That's when I level up. And that's stone armor. I don't have the advantage. I have to be careful how I play this out.
How many cards are in a deck? So you start with 6. That's the amount you start with. And then from there, you're just pretty much leveling up to build your deck. So there's no limit to how much you can have in your deck. It's just that your deck is also your life. So as you take damage, you will be removing cards from your deck that you can't use anymore unless you get a card like Growth.
So I've got 1 and I've got 6. You can keep talking.
For that. So that's kind of one way. And we don't have any steal actions, do we? Have you added a steal action?
What do you mean steal action? Like a
wild card. Like if you attack with this wild, you can steal one from their discarded pile.
You know, I've been wanting to. This set currently, I don't think does. I updated a lot of the wild cards that you're used to seeing.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any stealing, but I plan on having other cards released later. This is basically just what the base set would look like.
So yeah, you start off with 6, at least with casual. Thank you. Casual rules. You start with 6, and I think it's competitive. You start with 12.
It's 8.
Oh, you start with 8.
And we'll explain why
when we get to that.
when we get there. So what I chose to do is I had 3 dice. I rolled them. This is just a roll action. It's not a level up. So that means I can only destroy my dice to gain cards. So I destroyed a 6 to get a wild added to my deck. So I've reduced my draw speed, but he's in such a better position with the same element I'm running, so it gets tricky. But yes, it is back to you.
So then I'm going to go on ahead and focus for 3.
All right, so I've got 2. So I've got, both of those are non-basics. I'm going to just set those like that. The reshuffle ticket is my new one, and then I've got Me Too.
Ah.
And that is my turn.
All right, then. Well, then I'm going to reshuffle all my cards.
So, with this, I'm going to go ahead and level up. So I've got 2 basic earths. I'm going to discard.
Alrighty.
So that's going to...
So what Aaron's trying to do is trying to gain as much life as he can by building his deck.
That's 3 dice now. So I'm going to re-roll. So I've got a 3, a 1, and a 5. I'll take the 1. I'll take a water.
Okie dokie. Water.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So that's going to go in my deck. And then I've got, whenever I level up, I restore 1 damage. So 1 damage back on top of my discard.
Nice.
And then I'm going to reshuffle Ticket to take all of this and get this running a little smoother.
Okie dokie. Well, then on that note, I'm going to go on ahead and focus for 3. And with that, we're all good to go.
So I really look forward to showing you guys the competitive rules, which we'll do next. That's a whole different beast. And again, for those who are new, I'm borrowing Yu-Gi-Oh's elemental symbols right now,
Which we will be replacing soon.
Yes, this isn't being sold yet, but definitely let me know if you're interested. So I've got 3 dice. I will go ahead and focus for 3. So we've got basic, and basic, but that's still more on the table.
Then I will also focus for 3, which gives me another wild, and then another basic.
So I'm going to.
Do you have your stone armor back out?
I do.
Okay.
I'm gonna 1, 2, and 3
Okay.
discard for another level. So now I finally have more. Oh. Yep. So I've got double 6s, a 2, and a 5. Let's grab. I'm gonna grab a fire, so the number 2.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna grab a second fire by cracking and breaking that. There's 2 life in the deck.
Okie dokie.
And for leveling up, I restore 1. So
Alright, cool.
I'm getting my life back.
So on that note, I'm gonna also level up for 3. Which I have a 5, a 2, a 2, and a 6. So we're gonna go on ahead and do the same thing. We're gonna pull 1 fire, and then we're gonna go on ahead and pull a second one and crack it down to 3 again.
So I'm gonna draw or focus, whatever. So I've got level 3. So my fires are coming out. Reshuffle Ticket and water.
And then,
And this game's been going on a while, so I'm gonna try to start ending this.
So we're gonna go ahead and do the same thing. So we're gonna go ahead and pull out 2 fire and another earth.
See, already I try to start putting fire in my deck, and he's like, "I have 2." Yeah. And he's got so much earth. So much earth.
I did.
Alright, so 1, 2, and 3 being discarded. I'm going to do this for a level up. So 1, 2, 3. So I discarded 3. Add a 4th. And roll. I've got a 1, 2, 4, and 6. So go ahead and grab me another fire.
Okie dokie.
Thank you. And it is your turn.
Alrighty, then on that note, I'm gonna go on ahead and hit you for 7.
7. So I've got stone armor. So that 7's already down to 6.
So you're gonna be taking 3.
So I'm taking 3, and we're going to 1, 2, and 3. That hurt. That's all my restoration just down the toilet.
Okie dokie. Your turn, Aaron.
All right, and I've only got 2 in the deck, so I'm gonna reshuffle.
I am also going to reshuffle, so it's back to Aaron.
After my reshuffle, 1, 2, 3, and 4. I try to take advantage of this higher speed. I've got a few funny little fire cards, but I can't do anything yet because my turn was to play.
And then
So-
it will be my turn to play, so I'm gonna... Oh, wait, that also triggered Gross. Forgot about that,
Because you discarded 1?
because I attacked with the Gross.
Gotcha.
So
So he's got no damage left.
I have no damage taken. So we're gonna go ahead and focus for 3.
That's for me. This whole stack is my damage. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
All right, Aaron, your turn.
All right. So I'll throw the other 2 out.
Okie dokie. Then I will also ponder for 3. Another wild, and then another basic, and that. All right, Aaron.
All right. So here's what I'm gonna do. In an
Okay.
effort to try to have things speed up a little bit, I'm gonna go ahead and convert these wilds to fire and attack with 5 fire. And
Okay.
as part of this, I've got fire with fire. So if you attack with 3 or more fire elemental cards, so 1, 2, and 3, and your opponent has I didn't catch that. You have to have 3 or more.
So that one doesn't proc.
Either way, I've got 5 fire damage coming at him,
Okay.
which again he's got 2, so that blocks 2. He's got 3 over the top.
So we'll do 1. We'll do 3 over the top.
Yep.
2 and 3.
All right, and that was my turn.
All right. Well, then I'm gonna go on ahead and ponder for 3. My bad. I grabbed too many cards here.
Wow, my chat font's so tiny. I need to fix that. All right, so my turn. He outruns me with the earth, so I'm gonna go with the shuffle.
Okie dokie.
So this problem here of hitting these walls, this gets fixed in competitive.
It does. So then, if you're reshuffling, right?
Reshuffling and done.
All right. Well, then I'm gonna focus for my last 2.
And 1, 2, 3, 4. So fire, burn, reshuffle, and me 2.
Okay, cool. Well then we're gonna go on ahead and I'm thinking. So we're actually gonna go on ahead and level up. Actually, no, we're not. We are not gonna do that. You have 5 being able to be prevented, right?
I've got 4 earth, 2 fire, and 2 wilds. Not that they help me defensively.
Okie dokie. So, but you have stone armor in effect.
Yes. So if you want to look at it that way, yes, I can block 5 earth.
All right then. So then, yeah. So we will level up.
So what he's looking at is he has 5 earth. So to get over the top, he's got to also discard his wild.
So I have a 5, a 4, a 4, and a 2.
So 5 would be
2
divine.
divine, and a wind. So I'm gonna go ahead and move this out to re-roll this one. It's the same thing again. Well then we're gonna go on ahead and pick up another fire, and then crack that 2 to pick up another fire.
All right. So interesting thing here. He's down. Oh, aren't you down to 2?
No. Pulled one out. I didn't pull my free card.
Okay, got
Yeah,
it.
the
Got
reshuffle.
it.
Yep.
Okay. So you grabbed the fire element.
Yes, I did. I grabbed 2 fire element.
So with me too, I'm gonna discard it to grab a fire as well.
Okie dokie.
Technically, that was during his turn.
Yes.
All right. So my turn comes around, and I'm going to attack with fire. Now burn adds 1 more fire damage, so I've got 4 fire coming. So 3 over the top.
Okay, then that's fine. We'll go on ahead and discard this 3, just to go on ahead and use that, and then we're going to go on ahead and go at you with. No, you can block all of it.
So one thing about casual is it's all about building your defenses. With competitive, it's all about building your offenses, and there is a difference, and we'll explain.
I'm gonna go on ahead and focus for 2.
All right. Well, you got me blocked up, so I'm gonna go ahead and reshuffle. And your turn.
All right, Aaron. I'm going to go on ahead and I'm gonna hit you for 6.
So you've got a few tricks in there. What
I
we
do.
got?
I got Heat Wave. When I attack with 3 or more fire elemental cards, deal an additional damage. Burn. When you attack with this card, deal an additional damage. And Magma Burst. So when you discard, and that's it. But Magma Burst is if I was to discard this card at any time, it would prevent any damage from being restored.
Okay. So we had, it was 4, 5, right? With the wild?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
6, which I can't block any of it. So either I have to open up my defenses or start going off the mystery bag. Which 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's the whole deck. Now, does this stone armor blocks 1 of anything coming at me? Reduce damage you would receive by 1. So that's 5 damage at me.
Yes.
Don't like it. I've got good stuff in here.
I
So
pulled out some tricks.
we are going to. So 1, 2,
That now nullifies your
3,
stone armor.
4, 5. We've determined damage, so I don't think it tacks on another.
Okay.
The way I'm going to see it is we calculated damage, and now I'm resolving it.
Oh, okay.
Is otherwise it gets really technical on triggers on triggers.
It does, and then it becomes Magic the Gathering of well, where is it on the stack? How does it affect the stack? Does the stack resolve? No, then why does it not resolve? Because of this. Then what does this need to resolve? This stacks.
So I only had 3 in the deck. I could draw up to 4. So this is it. That's all I got. The rest is in my damage pile.
All right. Well, then on my turn, I'm going to hit you for 5.
Yeah.
Which you prevent 2, so you take 3.
Yes. Yes. 3
Okay.
to damage. My turn with my 2 cards. We see where this is going. So I've got burn. That's 3 damage coming at you.
Okay. Well, then, luckily enough, I can decide what I want to be taken out of here. So we'll go on ahead and 1, 2, 3. We'll go on ahead and discard 3.
Another interesting mechanic with this game is that damage also allows you to thin out your deck and remove things that aren't helpful.
Yes.
So,
At least when it comes to your discard. The stack is the biggest mystery of all time. Yes, it is.
yeah, you can get some good heavy arguments with someone in Magic about stacks and how they affect.
So I'm going to go ahead and reshuffle for my turn.
It's one of the best things about Magic the Gathering Online. The computer determines for you who wins those arguments.
Yes, it does.
So my turn, reshuffle.
Then I'm going to focus for 3.
This is where it starts to suck. There's my play. So your turn,
Hit you for 2.
which I can't block. So that's 2 damage. I'm out. Good game. So that is a long version, but honestly, with casual, that tends to happen. You usually get a little bit longer games. Competitive. So if you want, if someone wants to play a casual game, just chime in. We'll plug you in. You can be the next player. If you want to see competitive and how that works, we'll go ahead and start shifting that direction. Which I don't know why I'm shuffling because this game is over. So let's sort these back out real quick. Anyway, so for those who are with us who have seen a lot of it, what are your thoughts so far? Is this something you might be interested in getting a copy of once we start getting this, once we get this published? Because this will be published, I'm just waiting on the artwork to change.
Arena makes life easy. GG's. Yes.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes.
Because the computer is the ultimate judge.
These are basics.
Yes, those are basics. Those are your basics, and then I had all these other basics set up.
Alright, so...
I was lucky with those 2 fire draws, because that gave me, basically for 2, like I was able to hit for 4.
Alright, so let's load up a...
Competitive.
So
that's 2 of each basic, right?
2 of each basic.
Except for Divine and Wild.
Oh, right. So no Divine, no Wilds, just 2 of the others. Got wind over there.
We're glad you find it intriguing. We really do. Now, when it comes to competitive rules, oh boy, does this get way more wait.
So now you worry about elemental cancellations.
Yes, there are elemental cancellations like water beats fire, fire beats wind, earth.
So it comes down to water beats fire, fire beats earth. I know it's hard to see on the stream. Earth beats wind. These two are on their own. So wind beats water. So think of like lightning bolts, right? And just elemental circle right there.
Yes, and then the fun part is that wilds are any element, and then divine is all elements.
So let's clarify. Before, wilds could only be used when attacking. Now in this game, you can use wilds. That earth, yeah. You can use wilds on offense or defense. You can really discard them at any time to add them to your offense or defense. Sorry, we are. Okay, so I'm set here. I'm set here. I'm set here.
As am I.
One more fire.
Oh, really? Oh. I got you the fire. My bad.
So we've got it on the cards themselves. We've got the differences, but another interesting change is Divine works entirely different now.
Yeah, we have the competitive and the casual.
Sorry.
I know it's a little blurry, but we got them on there, so you would have additional ones for each element.
The so another couple changes we'll explain here in a little bit is so now go ahead and set up the board, like fan them out. And you start with 2 levels at level 2, so you've got a couple choices there. Everything starts in deuces in this version. I'll take those from you.
Oh yes, because these are not needed.
Not yours no more.
No, no, no.
Okay, so with the elemental cancellations, if I were to attack Gabe with, say, 2 fire, and it goes through, let's just ignore that for a minute. If I were to attack him with 2 fire, I like it. What are you doing for the art? Different kinds of foiling? Well, I'm actually very open to artwork potential right now. Right now, I was basically going to do just a very simple, like Uno style artwork, where it's just all very basic and very simple. However, later I did want to add more artistic versions. Yeah, I'm got a couple artists that I'm working with, and we haven't really locked anything down, but they're kind of waiting for me to finalize my thoughts here. But I like the simplicity here of where it's just a color, a symbol, and what it is. But I also like the idea of having fancy artwork in the background colors. Yeah, I haven't completely locked that down.
Yeah, it like Aaron said, like we're still open to artwork, but from what at least competitive wise, or I don't know where I'm going with this. I need to step away for a second. You keep going
right
there.
So while Gabe steps away, so with the elemental circles, if I were to attack Gabe with fire, per se, and that damage goes through, for every damage he takes of this element, he has to discard twice as many of the element that's weak to fire. So in this case, earth.
Sorry, had to get water.
So if I attack him with 2 fire, before he takes damage, or I guess it doesn't matter before or after, he's going to have to also discard as many as 4 earth cards because I've hit him with fire. So if that last game, he had so many earth cards, it would be wise for me to pick up fire so that I can cancel that without him blocking me up like he did last game. But it goes around the board. So if he were to attack me with earth, and I couldn't block it, so if I couldn't block it for whatever reason, if we look down the elemental wheel, it's going to be wind. It's
weakness.
Well,
or
it's strong versus wind. So any wind cards I had out, I'd be discarding and also taking damage if I couldn't block it. So it's a real good way to open up your opponent's defense. And what makes it even more aggressive is Divine has a whole nother flavor in competitive. The yellow cards. When you attack with Divine, you can make any number of other cards that you have in play Divine element when you attack. So with 1 Divine, I could attack and then choose to say, okay, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this, and now I've got 7
Divine
attack
coming straight at me.
So the only counter for that is now wilds can become any element on defense, so that can help there. But Divine is super powerful in competitive, but you don't start with any in your hand. You have to actually roll for them and earn them. So this means it's kind of a more of a late game element if you want plenty of them, which gives early game more strategic too. You can be careful on, do I want to just hit him with the elements to prevent him from leveling up? Because he needs cards on the battlefield to level up, and I can force him to discard if I attack him with certain ones. It really kind of adds to the strategy of the tactics, and we'll show you a little bit about that next. Definitely look forward to this. We've not played competitive yet with this new print, this new phase, so we'll see how that goes. I'm gonna go ahead and shuffle up, but we are open to any questions you have before we get started. And again, I can flash up there what you can do per turn. But yeah, definitely I haven't quite, as far as the artwork goes, I want to get it right, but I don't feel it needs to be complicated, because it's not like a booster pack concept where you're going to want to go get that next booster pack. But I am going to have expansions. Card stealing is definitely on the... I haven't quite figured out how I want that to work.
You can add in a new element called Dark Element.
Well, I want to make Wild into Chaos.
That could work.
And keep a lot of what it's already doing, but I wanted to have... Because it kind of flows well with the fact that we have Divine already. So, yeah, it's one of those. I haven't quite perfected it yet, but... So, there's my deck, and I'm going to roll both mine. So I've got a 7.
And I got a 10.
Okay, so your choice.
Yeah, more like Uno. So then on that note, I will focus for 2.
Yeah, so Uno's a good one. I use Uno a lot in my examples, but
Yeah,
honestly,
not TCG.
I like Munchkin better.
Munchkin.
Because, I mean, neither of them have elements, but on the same aspect, you still play off the same deck. So, this is something that one of your friends can have, and you can all come over to their house and you can play together. Also, because of its simplicity and the fact there's no hands, this is something we can play with you guys on stream. So, I definitely want to make this a stream game if you're interested. And with competitive, being as interesting as it is...
ads just went up.
Did it give a warning? It's supposed to give a 5-minute warning that I'm not seeing.
Nah, it didn't give me.
So to be fair, that's at the halfway point. It's supposed to be. It wasn't supposed to be at halfway.
Yeah.
That's good to know.
But it should be out in like 3 seconds. And we're back. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. It was the halfway point, so we had to have an ad go through, which is the minimum amount we could have done. So for those that are still watching with us, we're sorry about the ad. But going back to it, I went ahead and pondered for 2, and Aaron has pondered for 2.
You can tell he plays Magic because he's using the term pondered.
Yes, I am no, I'm just referring to the meme. I'm pondering the orb right now.
Gotcha.
But you don't have anything circular, so there is no orb. Dang it. So he went ahead and did that, but I'm going to go ahead and crack these to level up.
So my turn, I played. So it's, yep. So back to his turn. He's leveling up. So now he's got 3 dice. So he's got 1 and he's got double 3s.
Yes, I got 1 and double 3s.
So that's water or earth is his choice.
Oh, it was a good ad? Nice. So I got 1 of my choice. So we're going to go ahead and pick up another earth.
All right. So my turn. I'm going to go ahead and do my draw. So I'm looking at like there's an ability on these. These are always going to be basic coming out the gate.
Indeed. So then on that note, I'm going to focus for 3 as well.
So here's the fun part. If I attack him with fire, which I'm doing, so I'm attacking with 2 fire damage. So before damage is dealt, right? Before? Yeah. He's got to discard up to... I guess no more than. I guess would be the better word. No more than 4 earths because I'm hitting with 2 fires. So 2 damage to you, sir.
And I still take 2, so I'll go on ahead and move these 2 over to you.
Okay, so back to him.
So now I'm going to focus for 3.
So what's good on my end is that if he were to attack last turn, he didn't. He was going to attack me with water, which I don't have any fire on the board, so I don't have to worry about any extra penalties.
Yes.
So that's good. It's all about minimizing these penalties. Now he's drawing more than me, so I've got to be careful how I step.
Mm-hmm.
But there's my play.
Alright, so on my play, I'm going to hit you for 1 fire.
So with that, here's where this sucks. I have a good wall against his earth and earth, so let's go ahead and just do this. But with him attacking with 1 fire, because I don't have 1 out, I've now got to discard 2 earths, which sets me back before I take my damage. Which we're gonna do that.
He managed to hit me for 2 damage, but I've come back and hit him for 1 damage.
So, which still sucks. It's still, he opened me up too. So now, my turn, if I choose to level up, it just sucks. He's got so much that can come at me. But the good thing is with this game, he can only attack with 1 element at a time. So I can literally see, with nothing being hidden, I can see what's out here.
It's a good way of like you play off of what the opponent does. So Aaron's being very reactionary to everything I'm doing, but at the same time I'm trying to make plays to make him do a reaction that I want that benefits me. I see you did that. You focused. So then on that note, I'm going to hit you for 1 earth.
So here's what sucks. Wind is weak to earth. So I have to discard 2. This sucks so much. And I'm going to go ahead and just take 1 of those as damage.
Because I know if he would have kept that wind out, he would have hit me with that wind, which would have caused me to discard all my water and only block 1.
So my turn, clearly trying to get my defenses built up isn't working very well. So I'm going to go ahead and just take the level up. I'm going to discard the 2. Because he's just slowly opening me up, and I don't like it. So I've got 2 2s and a 5, so I'll go ahead and take 1 of those fires, if you don't mind.
Not at all. There you go. So then, since he's like that, I'm going to go... I feel safe, so I'm going to go on ahead and discard those for another level up.
The reason it feels safe is I've got 1 card in my deck, and I've got to take a turn to shuffle, so...
So I got triple 5s.
Oh, that sucks so much.
My free card, I'm going to pull out a 5. I'm then going to use my triple for another 5.
Yeah.
So that means I got 2 divine now, which is going to hurt.
And his draw speed's faster than mine. So,
Aaron?
And for this turn, it's wise for me to shuffle. So I'm just not looking good right now at all.
My turn, I'm also going to shuffle. So Aaron, it's back to you when you're done shuffling.
So 1, 2, 3 out on the board. We're scattered all over the place.
And then I'm going to do 4. Ooh.
That's a problem.
Which, Yep, 2, there we go.
3. Now, one thing about Divine is that when it attacks, since it doesn't have anything that's weak to it, nothing will be discarded. It's just straight ugly damage that I'm looking at.
Straight damage.
So there's that.
Alright, well then I'm going to go on ahead and focus again.
What was the ad for? It was motor oil last time. What was it this time?
Oh, mine was for the Peacemaker show.
Oh. Which is actually getting pretty decent reviews. I haven't seen it.
Alright, Aaron. It's your go.
So he's all over the place, and I need to do something to counter Divine. And what's sad is the best way to counter Divine is with Divine. I really need to worry about this aspect of competitive. I've got 1 card down here.
Mm-hmm.
You've got enough water to wipe out my fires.
Yes.
So I am going to discard all 3 of these because that can be easily wiped. Discard.
Okay. Level up?
Level up. Roll. So I've got
2 4s, a 5, and a 3. So he can get the divine card he wants. But he also has 2 4s.
So Earth, Wind, or Divine. For the sake of I want him to start sweating, I'm going to go ahead and do a Divine, and then I'm going to break my Divine roll to get a second one. Yeah, in case you haven't noticed, I kind of like my speed being at 3.
All right, Aaron.
I might need to change that on later games, but
Well, on that note, then I'm going to go on ahead and smack you for 8. I'm channeling all of it into Divine.
yeah, I need to. That's so ugly. That's 5. I can't, or that's just straight 8. I can't
That's
do
just
anything about.
straight 8 you can't eat.
It's 3, 6,
9.
7, 8, 9. So basically, which card do I want to keep? I've lost this game.
He let me build the board state. If he would have swung instead of leveling up, he could have gotten rid of 2 of my Earths, and I still would have had taken 2 over the top.
All right. So since we know it's just one card I need to keep, we're gonna go ahead and get rid of all these, except because I can't pick these. I can't go through my deck, but I have to go off the top.
Yep.
So that's the one I leave. And well, I've already seen it. So yeah, it's out.
What is that one?
Luminescent Blast doesn't help me right now.
Oh.
If you attack with 5 or more Divine Elemental cards, move 3 wild cards your opponent has in play to their damage deck before damage is dealt.
Oh, wow.
But
That is strong and competitive.
that is super strong if I had more than a card in
Well, then
that I could play.
I'm going to reshuffle then.
Oh, that hurts. All right, so you've got 4 speed. That sucks. And if I attack, I'm just stuck in this shuffle.
Yeah, but it is non-dealing damage until I pull a Divine.
Rolling.
A 3, a 5, and a 5.
Okay, which is perfect. So I wanted to 5 and 5.
Oh, you're
So
cracking 2.
cracking 2, putting my level down to 1.
All right, then. Well, then I'm going to go on ahead and ponder or focus.
Bless you.
Thank you. And then going to go ahead and focus. So, Aaron, your go.
Okay.
If I was to go on ahead and hit you for 4, you would block 2, so 2 would still come over.
So, because what he would do is everything would convert to Divine if he attacks with his Divine. So I've got 2 out, that blocks 2, 2 comes over the top.
Yep, which is what I'm going to do.
So... One, 2,
Okay. Aaron?
swing.
Focus for 4.
Yeah, this just sucks.
Divine.
I think what I need to do is just tweak the rules a little bit to where you can only have one guest element instead of any and all cards.
Yeah, that could definitely do it, because that would make it to where, oh, I have the most fire, I can channel that into Divine, instead of channeling all of it.
Yeah, it does. I'm starting to think that the Divine rule is a little broken, but you do have to work for it. Yeah, that's it. Gabe once again.
What's that meme of the Japanese dude that's like,
So that is much shorter with the competitive rules, right? It kind of
yeah, that only took us 10 minutes compared to the 1 hour of the casual.
so yeah, it's a lot different this way, and that unless someone else wants to jump in, I'll be glad to play out their hand for them because again, nothing's hidden, everything's out here. You can just tell me what you'd like to do for your turn.
Yeah. Which you're more than welcome to join.
We're gonna shuffle those in.
Can you take on so far the champion of stream, which is me? And can you beat me? That's a challenge and a threat.
Anybody want to take them down a notch? I'll be glad to be your hand. I'll give you a hand.
We'll give y'all a couple of minutes to see if y'all want to or not. If not, that's fine. We'll just continue on.
And again, you don't have to remember the rules because I have got them right here. Look at that.
Look at all them rules.
Look at that. Everything you need to know.
All the rules.
Much shorter rule book than my last game.
Yeah. Much shorter.
But granted, my last game's a ton of fun, but the whole design of that game was to be a unique and random experience every different time. So you have to have a little bit of... Now, granted, for what it is, there wasn't that many rules, but definitely more than what I can show on one screen. I think when we streamed that game, I had like 7 pages up for if this, then this. But yeah, I made some mistakes that last game, but that's okay. I'm gonna go ahead and shuffle these guys up. Maybe we should play this next game where you only get the one guest element.
Maybe.
It kind of plays into elemental weakness because then you can keep down their large ones. But I don't know. Anybody want to step up?
Anybody? Anybody? Is there a new challenger? Is there a new challenger?
If not, I'm gonna have to beat Gabe and make him cry on stream. It's not pretty.
Oh, you wish. Oh, you wish. So far, how many times have I beaten you, and how many times have you beaten me?
So I picked Gabe as a playtester for a reason. He's very good at tactical stuff, and I need to see if my games work in those situations.
If I remember correctly, this would make it to where I've won 7 and you've won 1.
Hey, another cheer. Thank you,
Yes,
Levi.
Thank you for the cheer, Levi.
I appreciate it very much. We appreciate it.
Yes, very much appreciate it. Love you, bro.
All right. Well, oh, sorry, competitive. I get 1 extra dice. So I've got 7 again.
I got us 8.
8, of course.
I would, but I'm currently eating foods and currently not at home. I understand.
Hey,
but
that's fair.
We still appreciate y'all coming in here, though.
Is this something you might want to play in a future stream? Because if so, we'll set it up again.
Yes, gladly. Well, then on that note, I'm going to draw 2.
Trying to think how I want to play this one out before I even get going. Yeah, I'll match you 2 different ones.
Alrighty, well then I will go on ahead and level up. 1, 3, 4. So
He wanted that 5.
I did want that 5, but we're gonna go on ahead and pull out an Earth. Alright, Aaron.
I would like to try in the future. Thank you, Levi.
Yes,
we
thank
will
you.
set that
We
up.
will gladly have you up for this. Alright, Aaron, your turn.
Also, although you're not playing, I am open to suggestions. So if you want to see me take a certain turn or play something out a certain way, or if you have thoughts, let me know. This stream's all about kind of sharing and showing off. So I hate that I'm so far away from the camera.
And
So I guess I'm not leveling up. I'm playing.
okie dokie then. Well then I'm gonna go on ahead and focus.
So I could destroy those winds if I had an Earth, but I don't.
Nope.
That Earth is a threat to my wind.
But your fire's a threat to my Earth.
No. Yeah, fire. Sorry. The water is kind of doing its own thing right now. So yeah, I think I do like that idea. I've got 2... you're at level 3, though.
I am, and if you don't go with me, you'll be stuck
So
behind.
I'm going to take these 2.
Okay.
Take it out. There you go. And that should put me in a position to level up.
A 6, a 3, and a 4, so you can get a wild.
So that's...
Wind, Earth, and Wild. Or Earth, Wind, Wild.
Let's go wild.
EWW. Let's go. Another Earth. Well, then on that note, I'm gonna also level up again. I got a 1, a 1, a 1, and a 3. So,
That sucks. I don't need him getting free cards.
so we'll just go on ahead and we'll pull out. We're gonna pull out an Earth and a Water since I got 3 1s.
Those triples, they... Yes. I mean, honestly, I know I played this kind of close to the chest as far as draw speed, but if you can get that higher level count, you do get that extra health bonus, and that's... I say extra health bonus. More cards in your deck is a health bonus.
Yes.
And
yes, it is.
that helps a lot, especially with the higher level to be able to play them.
Okay, Aaron. Here we go.
So 1, 2, 3 on the board. See what we got.
Earth, earth, wind.
Yep, that's where we're at.
Oh, I was right on the wind. I wasn't sure on the border. Well, then on that note, I'm going to play 4. Oh, would you look at that? 4. So, earth, fire, fire, water.
So water cancels fire, but I don't have water.
Water, fire beats earth. Doot, doot, but water.
And he's got a block to my earth, so it would be minimal. Earth beats wind, which he doesn't have. So I think my best play is going to be 2 fires coming down the pipe.
But
No, you
I
blocked 2
it.
fires.
Yes, I do.
Does open up your earth though?
It-
No, you have to do damage to open it up. Just
Yep.
joking.
Yep.
Um,
Damage has to be dealt. So your best play is either to go on ahead and level up, hit me with the wind, or focus.
I do like level up options. So we'll do 3. And that's going to be...
Oh, 2 divine. You can pick up 1 divine.
Throw me a water for my freebie, and then I'll take a divine off a break.
Sorry.
Bottom of deck, and
He now has divine.
Bottom of
Okay.
deck.
Well, then I'm gonna level up again. Look at me now, Aaron. Look at me now. 6, 6, 6, 4, 3, 1.
he's trying to get those triples.
I am trying to get those triples. So then I think we're going to go on ahead and pick up another... We're going to pick up a wild. But we're also going to...
He's got so many cards in his deck already.
And then I'm going to crack the 3, stay at level 4, but to pick up a free earth. Alright, Aaron. Your turn.
Alright, so... 1, 2, 3. So I've got Tsunami
Ooh.
and a wild card. I don't think it's helping me yet. I think it's one of those I have to have several. So what's it read, Gabe?
When you attack with water, you may remove this card from play. If you do, choose any number of cards in play equal to the damage dealt this turn and place those cards on top of the owner's deck.
So I have to do damage with water.
Yes.
Okay.
Then I'm going to go on ahead and go for 4.
That's current. So this card, he's got a few tricks here.
I do. I got current, which is all players draw 1 less card during focus actions. So that means Aaron can only draw 2, I can only draw 3. I also have XP boost, so it reduces the number of cards needed for me to level up. So instead of 4, I only need 3. Then I also have growth again, so if I attack with it, I gain 1. And then I also have renew. If I am dealt 3 or more damage, I restore 1 damage.
So somehow or another, he's got a lot of tricks in his deck already. So, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and attack with 2 waters.
Okay.
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 So 1 comes over the top, right? If you don't... Okay, yeah. And you can block with the wild now, because in competitive, you can discard wilds to be a defensive element too.
So this is discarded as well?
If you're using it for defense, yes.
I am, yes.
Okay, so I have to remove this card from play. This is a one-time use.
Oh, it's a one-time use.
But either way, I attacked with 2. You blocked. So, got rid of your wild card, which is good. That helped me a lot, actually. And it is now back to game.
Well, then I'm going to shuffle. All right, Aaron, your go.
So, swing with the 2 fires, which, yes, he'll discard no more than 4. And he'll take 2 into face.
I'm taking 2 to the face.
Well, 2 over the top, and then it is discarding. So did you have something that triggered when it discarded?
Yes, 1 you're, no, you didn't deal enough to trigger that.
Okay.
So I still take 2.
All right, and back to Gabe.
So since current's on the field, I can only focus for 3. All right, Aaron, your go.
I'll have to take that reshuffle. Current affects both of us, by the way.
Yes, it does.
So my turn to shuffle. It is.
So then I'm going to go on ahead and use this to level up again.
I gotta watch him.
So we got a 6, a 6, a 4, a 3, and a 2.
So many dice.
So then I'm going to go on ahead and we're going to pick up a 6. Then I'm going to crack 4 to pick up a wind. All right, Aaron, your go.
So I would normally draw 3, but because of current, I'm gonna make that 2.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where I'm at.
And then I'm going to draw 3.
Ah, no! No! That messes me up. A lot.
Yes.
I don't like you. Alright, so we will 2 divines.
2 divines. Okay, dokie, so that's 2 damage, so I will take an earth and we'll get rid of a fire.
Back to you.
Okay, well then I'm going to focus for 3. Alright, Aaron. Focus for your 2.
I will.
Water and fire. Well then I'm going to go on ahead. No. I'm going to hit you for wind.
Wind counters water. Oh, that sucks. I can't block wind, so I have to discard 2 waters.
And then 1 goes over the top.
And 1 over the top. Alright, so that one is going to be our damage. Then current is still out, right?
Current is still out.
Alright. And your turn.
I'm going to shuffle. Shuffled. All right, Aaron, your go.
So 2.
Current is on the field.
Yep. Wind and water.
Cool. So then I'm gonna focus for 3, which one of my earth is stone armor. Stone armor is now active, so all your damage that you deal is 1 less.
What's that top one?
Renew. If I am dealt 3 or more damage, I restore a damage.
Okay. That sucks. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So getting very defensive over there on the earth side.
Yes, very defensive. I have my armor.
And his water's slowing me down.
Yes, I do.
And there's no other tricks that I'm aware of. So, okay. Back to me.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to go ahead and kill that stone armor with fire.
I was looking at this wrong. So I have to get rid of 2.
You discard 2 earths, which he needs 3 for the armor to kick in.
Well, I can use the wild to block you.
You can.
Yes.
You can, yes.
So that means I wouldn't get the...
Didn't think about
those
that.
wouldn't be discarded. So my stone armor is still intact. So then I'm going to go on ahead.
I see what you were thinking about, because we
Yeah.
were said discard before damage, so your resistance wouldn't have kicked in, right? That's what you were thinking about? Yep. Okay, I definitely need to make sure I write that down, that it's discard before damage. That changes.
So then we're going to go on ahead and focus for 3.
This is where I start falling apart.
All right, Aaron. Here we go.
All right, so I can choose to draw to increase my mana, if you will.
Yes, man.
Can't attack him with water because he's got higher defense.
Yes,
Can't attack him with earth because he's got higher defense. Can't attack him with wind because he has higher defense. So we are. Well, crap. If it's discard before damage,
Mm-hmm.
then I could tick down your defenses if I wanted to.
You could, yes.
It just wouldn't do damage. It would just.
I thought we
tick
originally.
down.
I thought we originally decided that if the damage goes through, you have to discard the weakness element. So if you did, let's say.
Yeah, damage has to go through. Yeah, so I
damage
wouldn't be
has
able to do damage.
Yeah, damage would have to go through in order for me to discard those weaknesses.
Yeah. Okay. So I drew.
And that should be.
So here's what I'm gonna do for the sake of easy viewing.
Yes.
That lines up. That is my turn.
Alrighty. Well, then on that note.
Who's enjoying the game? Is this something that's interesting to watch? Because I'll tell you, playing wise,
gonna hit you for 4.
For Earth, I have no wilds to discard, and I have no abilities that are going to change. They're all basics, all minor basics.
You block 2, but 2 goes over.
2 over the top, and Earth is strong against wind.
So you have to discard your 2 winds.
Wind has to go.
But then I also have growth, which triggers a restore.
We'll talk about his growth in a second. We'll explain why he did that. I've got 2 damage to resolve. So I'll take 1 there and 1 there. So tell us what happened with growth.
So with growth is that when I attack with that growth card, when the let me actually pull the card back out. Growth. When you attack with this card, restore 1 damage. So out of my damage deck, I managed to restore 1 card because I attacked with it. Now it doesn't. Now the damage doesn't have to connect. He can block the damage, but I can restore a health with it just because I declared an attack with it.
Which means I had to keep it off the board the best I can. My turn's shuffling, and my turn is over.
Alrighty then. Well then, I'm going to go on ahead and hit you for 1 fire.
Crap.
Alright, Aaron, your turn.
So it would be damage before discard.
Yeah.
Because that's how, yeah.
Yeah, damage before discard.
Okay.
Because that's how we know that it went through. Because if we discard before damage, then that just means I'm destroying your board with even if damage doesn't go through.
It would really be resolving at the same time? I gotta figure this out. Because I gotta write the guide.
Like if damage goes through, then that weakness is destroyed.
Current still out?
Current is still out.
Okay.
3.
3 water that I can't do anything about, and I have to discard this.
Yes.
So I guess it's gonna be when damage is declared, like calculated.
Yes.
You discard then before resolving the damage.
Okay.
Is that too complicated?
No, that actually makes sense because I hit you with that. We know the damage went through. You're taking 3, but you're discarding since.
Because what I don't want to do is take my damage and then discard. I want the cards I discard to be eligible for.
Yes. I get you. So the way we just did this, to where I hit you with water, attack's been declared, damage has gone through, damage has not been resolved because you're also discarding your weakness that because damage went over.
That was 1 damage it took.
The
water.
You're taking 3.
3 water.
Yes.
I only discarded, right? And actually do.
You didn't. Your damage has not fully resolved. You still have to discard 3 cards.
All right. 1, 2, 3.
All right, Aaron. Your go. Current is no longer on the field.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. My deck's no bigger than 2. All right.
All right, Aaron. 2 wind.
Which I block 1.
Yes, 1 goes over.
1 goes over.
Triggering Tsunami's destruction or discard.
Okay.
And then resolve damage by discarding 1.
turn shuffle.
Okay. My turn shuffle.
My turn play. Should have attacked when I had the chance.
All right, Aaron.
Attack wind.
Block.
Okay. Your turn.
We're gonna go ahead and focus. You saw
You
me.
see what I did there?
Yeah, you saw what I was thinking, though.
That's the problem. Is his speed's higher and he's got the turn ahead of me.
All right, Aaron, your turn.
My deck's not big enough to do anything. That blocks. That blocks. So I'm gonna have to struggle here. 3, 5, 6. So that's gonna be Earth, Divine, or Wild. We haven't seen much Divine. Do we even have any in the game?
Oh yeah, you picked one. It's in your damage pile. I am pretty sure. I will look for you. Yes, you have
gotta
one.
be.
You have one divine in there.
All right. Crap. I drew a 6, which means I popped a 6 because that wasn't a level up.
Okay. Well, then on that note, I'm going to hit you for 3 wind,
Which I can't block.
which also discards your tsunami.
That was a wild, which I can't do anything by itself. So 1, 2, 3.
All right, Aaron, your turn.
Me and the little ember. Well, I can't win. I don't see how I can win. 2 and 4. So here's the trick. Are any of those currents?
Yes.
Crap.
Which means you couldn't draw.
If I pop a dice, I can't draw anymore, which means I'm basically admitting defeat, which I can't. Yeah, I can't win after this turn anyway, because you've got 2 water loaded up. I can't do anything about. And that's. Even if I gain a card right now, I'd have to pop both to stay in the game, which means I really can't draw, and I can't.
And Aaron was talking about taking me down a couple of pegs.
Alright. Throw me a fire. That's my turn.
2 water.
Yep. So 1, 2, game.
And Aaron was talking about taking me down a peg. I don't know. Woo!
So yeah, that's the gist of it. So you've seen 3 games now on stream. So yeah, it plays a lot different on casual than it does on competitive for sure.
Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know if you noticed, but I was cycling through what weaknesses in order for you to discard your defense in order to then take the damage. I don't know if you saw that or not.
It was getting rough because you were continuously staying 1 level above me. No matter what I did, you always stayed 1 level above me, and for some reason I couldn't get out of that rut. So that was where I was falling apart. And you'll notice this game there was no divine fight, so there's definitely a lot more fight even without divine.
Indeed.
For sure.
Indeed.
You had a ton of tricks out there at one point.
Yes, I did. I had divine XP, or I had XP boost, current out.
That's how you did it. That's how you stayed above me 1 level. You had that XP boost.
I only used it twice. That's all I did.
That's all it takes. But yeah, either way, this game is you have to watch what your opponent's doing to stay with it. These are your side.
Got it.
Well, appreciate you guys watching. We've got time for 1 more if it goes like that one did.
Yep, which I need to use the restroom real fast.
So we're taking a quick break.
Yes.
When I say quick break, I mean Gabe stepping away.
Yes, keep them entertained. Hold on.
But yeah,
I have a better idea for you, Aaron.
I am trying to change the font size a little bit higher.
You're on camera now.
Hey! Twice. But yeah. Zelda shirt. Love Zelda shirt. Got my energy juice. But yeah, special thanks to Levi. He's always showing up on our streams. He's you've been donating some bits to us. Appreciate it a lot. I know we're on a different day this week. Being Thursday, it's a little odd. We're not doing video games this week. We're doing a card game. But one thing we're hoping to open up, I don't know which camera to look at. I've got two. One thing that we're hoping to open up is more and more games that you as the viewers can play with us. So whether it's playing card games with us, whether it's playing just on screen with us. I know we've played in the past. We've played Jackbox. We've played did Among Us once. I want to do some more of that if I can. But we're trying to get a playthrough of It Takes Two, I think is the name of it, that Gabe wants to play. We've got someone in mind for that. It just hasn't, just not lined up quite right on timing to get that started. We're trying to get, I don't want to say much about it until it's out there, but we've got a really good competitive RPG game that we want to come out and play together. Got my chihuahua barking randomly at Gabe.
He used to love me.
So, but yeah, we've got a lot of different things set up that we want to do. But the main focus that we want to do, at least in the beginning of the year, you can turn that back to you.
All right.
The main thing we wanted to focus on this year, or at least the early bits of the year, is a lot of joining us and playing with us and being here, sharing a game or a card game or whatever with us. And if you would rather see us play solo games, let us know. But we wanted to give an opportunity to kind of play along. We've been streaming for over a year now, which
Yeah.
it seems longer.
No, it seems like we've been doing it for so long now.
Not so much that it seems like it's been a long time, but just seeing like where our stream setup started and where we're at today,
Yeah.
like we're a lot better established and we've got our feet in the ground a little better now. So it just feels like it's been a while. But either way, I've been talking to Gabe about this. We've got a few things in the works, and I brought up It Takes Two or
Yeah, It Takes Two. I'm still trying to finalize that or get a schedule set up with the person who wants to play it with me on stream, and we're definitely looking to do that. It's one of those, like, it's considered one of the best, like, story-driven games, especially for, like, 2 players. And it's also available on Xbox Game Pass. So if you have an Xbox and you have Xbox Ultimate, you can play it for free, and it does have couch co-op, so you don't need a second Xbox.
I'll admit, I downloaded it. I plan on playing it with my wife. I just haven't got around to it. Trailer looks great. Look up that trailer. Like it definitely gives a good, a certain feel to how their story should look and feel. But yeah.
And then what is it? I am also looking to stream tomorrow. I just don't have an idea for a game. If not, then it may just be some Halo Fiesta, because the Fracture Tenrai event is back, which is just like, hey, come play for this samurai armor, and complete some challenges in there. But if that doesn't work, then I may do some stuff in Destiny. I could do some stuff in Minecraft. If people wanted me to join them, I'll gladly stream it with it too.
I had the Minecraft obstacle course set up, and I was finishing the last room, and I never got to it. We were going to show that off on stream. Yeah, we'll get one more game going here in a minute. But yeah, I'm hoping within a couple weeks we'll get that. We got a big event. It's going to be a multi-episode event. It's one game, but I'm hoping to get. Again, we're kind of locking down details and locking down schedules, but ideally I'm hoping for 3 days a week. For 2 reasons. One, it's a large game, and 2, I wanted to see, we've had a lot of talk from friends about our schedule and how it's kind of weird for a lot of people because it's on a weekday in the middle of the week, late at night, and I get that. But as you guys might know, as fellow streamers as well, that sometimes it's difficult getting the right schedule consistently available to get out there. And I appreciate Gabe stopping by every Wednesday and occasional Thursday.
Yeah.
But I want to do something, at least a project where some of our people who are only available to watch on weekends will have an opportunity to do that. But there is some logistics and there is some time commitments that are involved. It just occurs to me that screen we were on, I never actually tested the mic, so I'm hoping they can hear me.
Oh yeah, it's still going.
Okay, cool. All right, so I think every game this episode, Gabe's gone first. I don't think there's been one I've gone first.
Nope.
So let's see if that is the game changer.
I'll blast it to you this time.
I'm taking it. I'm not. You don't have to allow me to. I'm taking it.
Is he gonna take me down a peg? Find out.
So we will open
Find
with
out next week. No, I'm kidding. Right now.
fire and water. We got time for one more. It looks like
Water and wind.
water and wind. Okay. Well, wind beats my water, and water's blocked, so water's not looking too hot.
But your fire beats my water.
Does it? Fire beats
Oh,
earth.
no, fire beats earth. My water.
So the way the game's set up is that
My
if you
bad.
can't remember your elemental circles, it will be set up on the table. So
yeah.
we're gonna take two. We're gonna take them off the board. We're gonna go for a third dice and roll. So we've got 2, 3, 6. Why couldn't I open with triples? Why couldn't I open with triples?
Like
So
I did that one time.
2, 3, and 6. We'll take the 6.
All right. Well, I'm going to follow and do the exact same thing. So rolling for a 3, I got a 2, a 5, and a 3. Well, I'm gonna pick up that divine.
Oh, there he goes.
That's a divine for me.
So if the game's in your favor, on the surface, it would seem easy to level up because I can draw 3 and I need 3 to level up. But as you see, it's not as easy as leveling up every other turn. How? Water, wind, fire.
Yes, Aaron.
All right, so we're going to swipe and we're going to take the level. We're going to see if I can't juice this as high as I can take it. All right, so none of those match. Gabe grabbed the divine. I'm going to grab a divine. We're going to try to keep this as interesting as we can.
Well, then I'm going to do the exact same thing and get 5, 5, 5, and a 4. So I got 3 5s.
Shut up.
So I'll take those 2 5s.
So one being his free card for leveling up and one being his triples.
Yes.
So,
Why am I moving those over there? They need to be right here. That was a 5.
and you're matching my level. You're okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4. This is where it gets interesting too. Is I'm at that phase where next turn I can't draw all my cards. So that was my play. So this is your play.
Oh, you have HP boost. When you level up, you can restore damage.
So the way I'm reading this and understanding this is that that's while I am currently leveling, which means after I've discarded other cards, I can then. So I can't use this as a discarding card. Is the way I'm reading that.
Yeah, it has to be on the field.
So I'm going. Wind beats water, he doesn't have. Earth beats wind, which he doesn't have. So yes, I'm gonna shuffle. So it is your turn, sir.
I'm gonna level up.
And he did it. He took the jump. I didn't because I didn't want to open myself up quite yet. There's
3,
triples.
3, 3, 6, and 4. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull those away for that guy, and then we're gonna go on ahead and use my freebie for a wild. Okay, Aaron. Double triples. Gotta
1,
love it.
2, 3, 4. I heard a ding. Ding. Alright, those are basics. There's my divine, which we're going to still play with as a 1 element since we didn't. And I've got some of everything on the board for the sake of simplicity there.
A little
We're
bit
going-
of everything. So then
You-
I'm going to go on ahead and focus for 2 divine. Oh, and look at that. I also have an HP boost.
Well, can't take down your divines a notch.
Mm-mm.
And I can't take down your wilds a notch.
Mm-mm.
So one thing I could do is take out the earth, which would be my fire.
Yes.
So, although I do like that HP boost, you can't level up next turn because you're at level 5.
Yeah.
No, 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 da, da, da,
No, 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 no. Copyright, Aaron. Copyright.
da, da.
We don't need that.
All right. Okay, so during my turn, I can remove this card from play to remove a dice from play.
Oh.
So I could down him a level, or myself, which there's been that last game, I needed to bring my dice down because I needed to level up to get a boost, and I couldn't get there. So that is helpful both ways, but most likely going to be used to take down your dice.
Okay.
I can only draw 2 if I go in for 2. So you've got to reshuffle unless you're attacking, which is probably coming my way anyway. So we're gonna do it. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3. I shook the camera, and we will 4 discarded. I've got HP boost.
Okay.
So I get, first of all, I get my 1 freebie.
Which is a triple. He got 3 3s and a 4 and a 4, so he can re-roll one of those 4s.
I can also reroll a 3 if I really don't want that many.
Yeah.
So for my freebie, I'll take a wind. Now, granted, here's the thing. I can reroll and then grab my freebie. As long as the number is showing a dice when I grab my freebie at any time. So there's my freebie. And I'll take the earth. So I'll remove those from the dice game. So there's the earth. And
You got your freebie as well. You're gonna crack one as well?
let me do a reroll.
Okay.
It's a 3, and I'll crack it to take the 3.
So, okay. Well, then on that note, I will reshuffle.
A lot just happened there, but the idea is that the dice game doesn't end until I say it's over. But if I take this freebie on the triples, or if I re-roll, those are already removing dice from the from that instance.
All right, Aaron. Here you go.
And 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't think 4 is all that bad. So there's a growth.
Oh, hey, a growth.
There's some wins. There's a water. So I've got my defenses built up.
Okie dokie.
Cool. You're up.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, I never grabbed my HP boost, did I?
You didn't because you have no damage.
The HP boost is when I level up.
Yeah, it restores 1.
Nope, this is, sorry. So, when I level up, you can discard this card to gain an additional card of any element you gained, this turn. So, I guess it's already your turn, so I guess that's saving for another go.
So.
Alright, so he's starting to build up his defenses here. I want that water. I want that fire gone, which I can do with my water. I block his wind, I block his earth. So we are doing it. We're hitting you with water.
Okay.
So that's 1 damage coming to you with 2 fire discarding. And it is your turn. After you take your damage. So, just for clarity, that's his damage pile. Right there. Right there.
1, 2, 3. We're gonna go ahead and do that. All right, Aaron.
Good thing I hit you with water when I did.
Yes, here go.
But now we're getting that lockup. So I've got no opening with fire. So I'm going to 2 fires coming at you.
Okay. Sounds good. So then I'm gonna go on ahead and level up.
Interesting move.
5, 4, triple ones.
Triple ones. That's what he's really hoping for, is he's trying to take advantage of those triples.
We're gonna gain that.
What's the highest level we've seen in any play?
6.
6?
Yep.
Going the distance this time?
A little bit, and then we're gonna go on ahead and pull my freebie, then crack for another.
There we are. That's the true advantage of being a high level, is getting those extra emergency
And then we're
cards.
And I forgot, discard my wild for HP boost for any element you gained from this card. So that means I can gain another water or another divine.
Yeah,
We're
see, he
grabbing-
didn't forget. I did.
We're grabbing another divine. So Aaron, your turn. Action. Yeah, we're gonna do that.
Okay, so cool thing. No, I have to attack with growth now. Sorry, growth's been reworked. It used to be whenever it was discarded in general. Not that I have a damage to restore. So you know what? I think I don't like those. But yeah, we're gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4 discard to level up
Oh,
to roll. So I've got 2 2s, 2 3s, and a 6. I will take a fire. And it is Gabe's turn when he's ready. That was your draw?
yep.
Holy moly.
I have Lucent Blast. If I attack with 5 or more divine elements, move 3 wild cards your opponent has in play to their deck before damage is dealt. And then I also have Nullify. Discard this card at any time to ignore all effects, including damage of a card, and place it in the owner's discard pile.
On that note, I'm going to just reshuffle. Or shuffle, whatever, what have you.
Okay.
This high level stuff's
Oh,
getting...
and Current is now in the field.
So now it gets real.
Yes. So, Aaron,
How much?
I am hitting you for 4 with this going back into your deck.
Deck or discard? What's Nullify say?
Not Nullify. No, it.
Oh, you're using the... Okay, sorry.
Yeah, Lucent Blade since I'm attacking with 5 or more.
What's it say?
Move 3 wild cards your opponent has in play to their damage deck.
Damage deck. Okay,
Before
so free damage. God. Alright.
So now you just reshuffle.
Before damage is dealt. And that's... Yeah, how much is that?
5.
Okay, so what he's saying... The effectivest card just killed my wild. So that's out of the game. 5 damage. So my choices are either cards I have in play, my discard, or top of my deck. So I don't even see what I'm discarding. We'll show the stream. So
I'm making those big plays.
you know what? We'll just announce it. So Abundant Growth. So whenever you discard 5 or more cards in one turn, restore 1. That's gone. We've got Reduce Spirit. That's the destroying a dice I should have used earlier. That's gone. Basic Wind. Basic Wind. Consuming Heat. Discard any fire elemental cards that reduced damage at the end of each turn. So it's a way of getting through fire defenses. And those winds are good against water, which is that current card I could have gotten rid of. But those are all gone.
All right, Aaron. Here we go. Current is in the
1, 2,
field.
3,
You're only
4.
Only 4.
Alright, so growth, basic, and basics.
Well, then I'm going to reshuffle.
So I need some stuff back. So although there's kind of some tactics in deciding what order to put your damage in, because when you restore it's just off the top, we're going to attack with 2 earth.
Which 2 earth comes through.
And then restore 1.
Which, luckily for you, that's her there. Alrighty, my turn.
You're up.
Well, then I'm going to draw for 4.
So I know we're getting close to the end of the stream, guys, but we are going to see who wins this one. So I've only got 4 left. But they are all over the place, which is not helpful at all.
Mm-hmm. We're going to go ahead and focus for 4.
And Nullify is going to suck. definitely gives Divine a lot of power. Because Divine, the abilities have a lot of cancels. Like
Yes.
each element has a theme, and there's a lot of cancel in Divine, which, yeah. Water's not gonna do me any good. Wind's not gonna do me any good. Fire's free. Earth is free. Earth cancels wind. Get a lot more firepower than me built
Mhm.
up. And shuffling's not gonna do me any good. So, by the way, I wrote in the rules that if I were to do just a roll action, triples wouldn't work except for leveling up.
Okay.
Uh, Fires 2.
Then I'm gonna use this to block one, so only one goes away, and we'll go on ahead. That.
Okay.
All right. Well, then I'm gonna focus my last one.
Yeah, shuffling.
Alrighty then. Declaring attack.
One element this
Oh
go
yeah.
around.
All right. One element. You're right. So then.
Either way, it hurts.
Yeah, it's gonna hurt. So we're gonna do. Yeah, we're gonna do that. 7.
But I can't do anything about.
7 straight damage.
Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the deck. So I'm leaving myself with 2. So I might as well leave the 2 that are out here on defense.
All right, Aaron.
Oh, that sucks.
Here you go.
Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should have triples. But I've already said you can't. I said that like what, last turn?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm gonna remove 1 to reroll its partner. That gives me a 4. That's not gonna do me any good. So we're gonna go ahead and yeah, we're gonna pop a 5.
All right.
There's my deck, and that's my turn.
Okie dokie. Well, then we're gonna go on ahead and 1 wind.
Which counters water. Crap. All right.
1 going over the top.
So it's gonna be divine or it's gonna be water. Options.
All
Okay.
right. Your turn, Aaron.
Double
2 water.
game. And there he is again, with another win, starting on second turn.
Ding 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 ding. Woo!
But anyways, we're gonna switch over to chat here. We're gonna wrap things up a little bit. What do you think about our new intro? What do you think about our new screens? What kind of games do you want to see? It's a brand new year, brand new start. What did we start last year? It wasn't Alien. That wasn't our first one, was it?
Alien, actually, yeah.
Was it?
Yeah, it was Alien.
We went through quite a few games there right in the beginning.
Yeah, we went through Alien. Alien took us a while, so then by the time Alien came out, Resident Evil was out, so we did Resident Evil.
Well, we hit the Battle Royale
Spellbreak.
game. Spellbreak. Thank you.
You're welcome.
But yeah, so this year we're starting with a game of our own. Second original game we've shown on stream. There is a third original game in the works, which I haven't had a chance to sit down with Gabe, but if you're any kind of interested in this game, it steps up several, like, instead of just magic, I introduce a lot of other RPG elements into the game. Anyway, we'll talk about that when it's time. It's been a fun show. Gabe's helped me put up, so thank you. We will see you this weekend, most likely.
You'll see me on tomorrow. I will be streaming tomorrow. There will be no face cam, so it'll just be straight gameplay.
So, and we'll see you then. And if you're on Halo and you want to play with Gabe, let him know. Text him, shoot him something.
Yes, I would love to play Halo with everybody if they can. If not Halo, then I'll figure out a game that we can all play.
Because we would love to share the screen with you and share some time with you and let you guys show off on our stream. So, but we appreciate it. Thank you guys. We're wrapping up for the night. See you next time.